G'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
Michelle, Resistance Chicks coming at ya. Today is the 8th of June.
Yes.
2017.
We're going to Australia, mates.
Going
and
down under.
I've got my angry eyes on today.
Getting the angry eyes out.
Residents horrified as Sunshine Coast Council chops mulched trees in the urban food street. I'm sorry, I'm really not very good
It's
at
more
Australian
British.
accent.
Residents horrified. As
Horrified.
Sunshine Coast Council chops mulches and trees of urban food street.
It's so funny. This is really making me mad, but that was really funny. I'm gonna play this little video here now. Residents in this small town had been picking fruit in the public spaces, and I guess on this guy's property as well. And somehow you needed permits and insurance and craziness going on, so the city council went in and was like, we're gonna cut it all down, and it made me sick to my stomach. So let me just play this video for you guys. Buderim on Queensland coast, home to the urban food street. You should read it.
Urban food street. Since 2009, residents in 11 streets been growing food on their footpaths, including bananas, capsicums, rosemary, limes, and all the others. There. In 2015, harvested 900 kilograms of bananas and 300 cabbages. Residents don't have to grow food for part of the
street.
Some make jam or share gardening equipment. But food might not be the best thing about food street.
Neighbours. Nice people.
It's the neighbours.
Well, they're reading. They're telling
It's
you
the
what they're saying.
Community that is built.
The cohesion amongst all the different households that's now taking place at an intergenerational level, from the smallest child to the oldest pensioner in the 90s.
Why not grow your own urban food street?
So this was actually a little clip that somebody had done about this urban food street. And this is where it turns from, oh, happy-go-lucky to, I want to gouge someone's eyes out!
Wow.
Go ahead, read it.
Okay, the Sunshine Coast Council has unapologetically chopped down and mulched 18 fruit trees on verges of Buderim within the hugely populated urban food street UFS precinct. The precinct has organically grown over the past 7 years in span of 11 streets in the leafy suburb, where produce grown on the verges is consumed by more than 200 people. The area has been at the centre of a 6-month stauche with the council after a complaint was made. The council then ordered residents to obtain public liability insurance and a free permit in order to keep the trees on the footpaths. The trees felled this morning were on the footpath of the 3 properties where the resident had not obtained a permit. Residents have told the ABC they were unaware of the work being done until the council trucks and mulchers entered the precinct earlier this morning. Chris White, a chef and resident within the UFS precinct, phoned ABC Sunshine Coast on Wednesday morning as he stood at the stumps of what were until this morning fully laden fruit trees.
I can't even tell you.
It's a way now that they can put a concrete footpath in, and it's a show of force, he said. Produce from the trees was grown for and consumed by the local community. Mr. White said destroying the trees was devastating for residents. I think it's the kids that are going to be impacted greatest here because they've nurtured these trees and now they're not there. Through tears, Mr. White said fruit from one of the trees had been saved only due to the quick thinking of one of the residents. She climbed inside the tree so that they couldn't cut it down, he said. We didn't have enough people on the ground to save the trees, and they wouldn't allow us to get to the fruit. Mr. White said the street looked barren after the council trucks and mulchers had moved through the area. Disappointing and avoidable, council says. Councillor Ted Hungerford, yes, you're a hungry man, you Hungerford, now that they cut down their food trees, said the felling of the trees was disappointing, but the council was left with no other option after the resident had not applied for a permit, nor opted to relocate the trees. Relocate the trees? To private property.
Do you know how hard it is to transplant a fruit tree, a fully mature fruit tree. Come on, people. I have a hard time transplanting things in my own yard. You're acting ridiculous.
Oh, crikey. He said the requirement for a free permit and the public liability insurance applied through the region, and so far, 23 residents had fulfilled those requirements. Another 10 residents had removed or relocated the trees to private property. Hungerford said this morning's actions came after many months of negotiations, and the landholder for the free properties had also been issued a $609 infringement notices for each property. Another 4 properties have compliance notices due in June. Mourning the loss and waste. Resident Gail Felgenhauer said the council was belligerent, bullying, and discriminatory. We've had a couple of meetings and multiple meetings and presented multiple options and ideas for solving their imagined problems, she said. They have discriminated against food. We have grown food to share with the elderly in the area with couples and families. We've grown this for 7 years. And all of a sudden the council tries to bully us into getting permits, and then there were difficulties with insurance. Our opposition was that there were
Our position
was that there were ornamentals on verges all over the Sunshine Coast area, so why discriminate against vegetables and fruit?
Right.
So, I mean, it kind of just, we can link to the rest of the article. You want me to keep going? All right. Miss Filgenhaus said the citrus fruit from the felled trees would have been enough to provide about 12 months worth of jams for residents. And there was a dozen or more pawpaws, beautiful pawpaws, that lovely resident over there who has a physical disability. He ate the pawpaws regularly, she said.
So, I just wanted to go on. You guys, permits, insurance, when you allow government to overregulate,
yeah,
you get to the point where the laws make no sense.
Right.
And everybody's like, but it's the law. It's the law. But it's stupid law. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you need insurance for people to go and pick fruit trees? You guys, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I want to break it down to you guys like this. We've been on Earth, if you're a Christian, you believe between 6,000 and 8,000. I keep wanting to go back to my Australian accent.
Please
years.
do it.
Okay, so you've been here for almost 8,000 years. We've been eating this food forever. From the beginning of time. And we're still alive. And it's okay. And you Adam and Eve. Listen, I'm going to tell you one person who needed a permit to pick a fruit tree. And she didn't use that permit. Now we have all the troubles that we have today. Her name was Eve. Okay, she didn't get that permit.
What's one tree?
One tree. One piece of fruit. Got kicked out of the garden forever. Okay, so we've been eating these fruit trees our entire lives. We've been eating them since the beginning of time. And now they want to come and tell you that you need a permit to pick a piece of fruit.
So here, it's really neat. Here's a little picture of like pawpaw, avocado, citrus, subtropical. And the point is, right?
These are all trees.
We know that there's ornamentals all over Milford. There's all over our whole country. There's ornamental trees, right?
Yep.
But what they're saying is because they're fruit trees and the public might go and step under them and grab some fruit, then you need insurance. But you don't need insurance to stand under a shade tree. It makes absolutely no sense. These people are literally insane. They are being spurred on by the devil because they would rather, listen to this, they'd rather give people food stamps than plant them a stupid tree, because then suddenly you need insurance and liability.
In the United States, we call them food stamps. I guess the rest of you guys might call them vouchers for
in my opinion, every public street should be ripped out of a stupid water-sucking ornamental and planted with some sort of food. And if you're in Australia, these things grow. Tangerines, limes, mangoes, persimmons.
Mulberries. We just picked some mulberries.
Pawpaws. You guys
are so crazy. Dragon fruit.
I mean, you guys have, you have the perfect climate everywhere. Every single street should be lined with fruit trees. Why are we paying people money when we could just plant a tree? This is where government has run amok, and it's insane. I don't mind when people need help. People need help sometimes. You need food. But as a kid, we picked blackberries wild, like off of properties that weren't ours.
We still do that. If we're on the, you're not supposed to pick fruit from the nature center, but we go there and we
Not
do.
the nature center. Other centers of nature. That
pick the
I'm
fruit.
not
We
going to
pick the
let
berries.
you know
We
where I
pick
go.
the stinking berries.
Yes.
That's what we do.
Because nobody else does. They just rot on the ground. I pick
Now, we're going to round off this episode. We're
Yeah.
going to bring it to you a little bit more, but
Yeah.
I am calling, Michelle from Resistance Chicks is calling for all my Aussie viewers. I don't know how many of you they are. I know there's quite a few. We want an insurrection.
Yeah.
Rebellion.
Yeah.
Violence. And here's the type of violence I want you to use. Go and take fruit trees and all kinds of stuff and go by night, by cover of night and
And plant the trees.
everywhere all over town.
Do it. Yep.
Rebel.
Yep.
Do like fruit tree graffiti
Yep.
all over town.
Yep.
Everywhere you can. You
Yep.
need to just be planting the heck out of these
Yep.
things. Put them everywhere in public
Yep.
ways.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
All right, this is Lady Michelle signing off for Resistance Chicks, where it's not a conspiracy theory if it's the truth. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mass Faith Theory and Resistance Chicks. Ring that bell for notifications. Find us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We love you. God loves you, and God bless. Don't forget to see us in Bozeman, Montana, June 23rd and 24th.
Because you know when you use an Australian
You gotta
accent,
just kinda
if
scrunch
you
up your
squeeze
face
your eye,
little
wait,
bit.
sorry, no,
Squeeze your eye.
squeeze your eye,
Squeeze your eye.
It sometimes it comes out better,
A little bit better.
a little bit better when you squeeze. I think I was squeezing my wrong eye.
We're going to the
Wait,
Red Pill
I almost think I
Expo.
got it. I think I got it. I think I need to squeeze my left eye.
What?
My left eye. If I
No.
squeeze it,
Nobody can squeeze their left eye.
if I squeeze my left eye, my
I can't.
Australian accent comes out a little bit better.
No.
My right eye, nope. My right eye's
Your
a
right
hick
eye's
eye.
hick.
My
Left
right
eye's
eye's
Australian.
hick. My left eye.
We're going to Bozeman, Montana, June 23rd and 24th to the Red Pill Expo.
Better.
We want to see
Better.
you guys there.
Yes, I'm trying.
Good eye,
I'm
Mike.
trying. Wait, I think it's coming back. I think it's coming
Go
back.
up.
It's the left side of my brain. It is. I can hear it. No, I can hear it in the left side of my head. My head.
Me
Left side of
that's
me head.
British.
My left side. It's over here somewhere.
She's going to work on it.
I'm going to work on it. I've been
We'll
trying.
be back in a little bit.
Yep. Good day, mate.
I was cold, all alone. No place for home every day, so afraid. But you called me.